Devine, and I'm sorry I have to do this vertically, but I have been having a little bit of, let's just say it's a YouTube thing. So anyway, we're doing it this way. So we are focusing our energy on the full moon in Sagittarius, and this is a really interesting time where we surrender into the divine. We're going to have all signs today. So we're going to be working on Aquarius first. And we're doing a special reading about what's coming up. Also, just want to invite you to my free courses. Okay, again, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And all the links are going to be in the description or in the comments, just to help you on your spiritual journey. And I have a few more that I'm working on in the background that I will announce later. So you can also take other courses, as you always know, and work with me personally too. All right, I'm starting off with Aquarius today. So hi Aquarius, for your sun, moon or rising, your rising sign, I really feel, is more important than anything else. So make sure you listen to that one as well. But Aquarius, let's get some, moon messages for you. First we have prosperity lies ahead. Don't we love that? We want to hear that. We have it's time to release negativity. Okay. And believe the impossible. So for Aquarius, okay, we are in that energy of transformation. We are really looking forward to our prosperity beginning, right? And we have to release the fears. So when we're looking at a full moon, we're always looking at what we're releasing. So a new moon's going to begin things, and a full moon is going to help you to release things that are no longer needed, right? And we're finding out that, you know, perhaps for some of you, you are finding out also just the direction that you're really wanting to take, and whether there is going to be the same crew with you on that journey. Yeah, it's time to just really look at anything that's still stinging you and why. Why is this still bothering you? Whatever's going on here. I'm just getting this strange sensation as I've been doing a lot of declarations and teaching and sharing. I'm just getting this strange sensation that life is really going to flip in a really good way for you. And I feel this is actually going to be for all signs. It's like the energy of the underdog finally winning. So really, 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 really try hard to focus on releasing any negativity around you. Your time is coming, okay? So let's keep going with some other messages. Now, this is a full moon in Sagittarius little reading spread. So the first thing is what's coming to, oops. Okay, clear the cards. All right, what's coming to a close? This is for Aquarius. What's coming to a close? Isn't that perfect? The 10 of Wands. All of this heavy burden, right? All of your hard work is about to pay off. I'm hearing that there is a connection with a different energy in the family here as well. Real letting go, real shedding of the old here. What is going to begin from this? Okay, more activity, more action, seeing your dreams come to fruition, movement, travel. Maybe people traveling towards you. Maybe you're getting a surprise visit. You're hitting your mark. Okay, you're being really calm and at the same time energized. I know, well, you're Aquarius, so you can do all those things. My moon sign is Aquarius, and I feel it. I feel it in the energy of this work that I do. But anyway, what's beginning is taking the lead a little bit more, right? You're letting go of this. Letting go of the Six of Wands. So, okay, so you're letting go of the need to prove yourself all of the time. I think for Aquarius, there seems to be an there's a little bit of a sensation of being overly cautious about yourself and your life and your direction. We really need to start throwing caution to the wind a little bit more in our everyday life and in our beliefs as well. So what's the next adventure here? Party and advice. Okay. Underneath the deck was the Three of Wands, which shows your prosperity. This is the Mermaid Tarot. I love this deck. It shows your prosperity. It shows your ability to look deeply into things, for people to be coming together that are connected with the same desires as you. It's also ideas that you're putting forward. So this is awesome. So yeah, you know, you're letting go of things that are no longer serving you. You're moving into a lot of time of really celebrating the self, how far you've come. I do just get this feeling with these two cards that it's an unexpected visit, okay? An unexpected visitor coming in your direction and being able to come together in calm vibration. The advice here is the Seven of Swords. So I feel like you need to just be aware of your instincts a little bit more. If something feels off, it is. You know, if you get a weird feeling about someone or something, it's never going to change. That weird feeling will only grow. So listen to it the first time. I make this mistake all the time, feeling that that I am maybe being too harsh on a situation, rather than just picking up what I was picking up and going with that. I often give people or situations the benefit of the doubt, and unfortunately people actually can they actually get a long time of trust from me before it's broken. Once it's broken, that's it. There's no coming back from it either. So I'm just getting this feeling also for you, Aquarius, is to make sure you're picking any battles. Pick your battles. You know, make sure that you're not wasting energy on anything that's unnecessary right now. And if you find your mind wandering around about how wrong you've been treated, or wandering back to the past or the family or all the stresses you've been through, stop and only do that from an observing standpoint and a place of recognition of where you are now with your healing, right? So going back over your past only to beat yourself up or to question or to get angry is not helping. So only go into the past if you're sending healing to it is kind of a big theme as well. So yeah, this full moon is bringing a lot of change. It may not seem like it, but it is. And it's bringing a lot of beautiful belief in the impossible, and prosperity is definitely coming through your own abilities, and a reason to celebrate as well. Awesome. Okay. Gemini is next. Sun, rising, moon. As well, I'll wait till I get my Gemini cards out first. Okay, Gemini. Hi. This is BDevine, and check out your moon, rising, and sun signs. Rising sign is more you, I found, so have a look at that too. So we have the energy of this full moon here. We are surrendering into the divine. We're looking at things in a bigger picture way. The Sagittarian flower moon is extremely expansive, and it has a lot of abundance. So the month of May has a lot of joy and abundance moving through it. So we're going to be seeing a special reading for you, Gemini. We're getting a special reading for you on this full moon. We're going to do some other cards, but we've also got some of these Moonology cards first. So let's go. Gemini. Again, believing in the impossible. End of a tough cycle approaching. And again, we really want to hear that. And confidence is the key to your success. Well, Gemini, you know, you have a lot of brain, okay? You're extremely intelligent. And oftentimes, if that's not being utilized, you will feel weak and lethargic, and you will feel over nervous, over stressful, okay? So it's time to really start to zone in on the frequency that you're putting out. Where do you want to go? What do you want to be doing? How do you want to handle things? And try not to overthink, right? Instead, to flow a little bit more. Believe in yourself, right? Understand that with full moons, we do close off things, and we bring ourselves into a different way of doing things. We're digging deep. So we're going to see with this little tarot spread, I'm going to be using the Mermaid Tarot, what the advice is. I also invite you to my free courses, so make sure you're checking out all the links below. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything. I had someone say, why is this, I've signed up for this course and it told me thanks for my $0 purchase. What did I purchase? I just shaking my head, you know, here like, please read your email back to yourself. Okay. Well, I'm a Gemini rising, so my brain works a little differently. Okay, what's coming to a close? It's coming to a close. King of Wands. I think there's some sort of, I want to say overbearing energy that's been around you. Excuse me. There's been just like this little focus that you have to do what everybody else is doing, or you know, you're trying to shine your light here, but everyone else seems to be looking at someone else's light. I know what that feels like. But it's coming to a close where you are being ignored. Okay, so all of the energy that you've been putting into your work and your goals and your dreams, all the energy that you've been putting into the future that you want, is going to really pay off here. So what will begin from this? Yeah, see, you're going to leave anything that was not serving you emotionally. You're leaving that behind. And as you walk away, you are illuminated by the moon here. You're walking away and you can see the pathway clearly, even if You know, it's dark around you. There's time to let go of things that you were emotionally invested in that just weren't working, right? And people were ignoring it anyway, so you're moving on to something else. What are you letting go of? Page of Wands. I think that you're letting go of always coming up with the next thing, or always bringing the light everywhere. It's not like you have to give up being a light leader or you know, sharing your spiritual journey, but maybe always having the answers. You know, you're just sort of sitting back a little bit and focusing more forward. So what happens also when you do this work, or you get into this work, is you are constantly inundated with people who say, can I just ask one question? I haven't got any money, or whatever, right? And so you're inundated with it, and you're always there. Well, I am always there to try to answer or lead them in the right direction, or show them the way forward, or put them in a support group, or whatever I'm doing. And sometimes it just gets like very distracting is the word, and you're trying to move forward. So perhaps you're letting go of distractions so that your message can be more powerful and your mind doesn't wander so much. The next adventure, Ace of Swords. Well, this is right up your alley because you like to communicate, and it's going to be in a new way. This is also, to me, you know, you are having some deeper discoveries about yourself. You have a lot of deep protection around you. There's something that needs to come to the surface, and when it does, you're going to be able to dive a little deeper into the next chapter that's unfolding. I feel like you're getting a lot of downloads of information. The Schumann resonance, as I'm making this video today, is pretty high. It's pretty crazy. So we're in this high frequency. Just remember, although we may have to dip down in order to gather information from ourselves, don't stay in that low vibe. Stay high frequency for your dreams and wishes to come more into alignment. Okay, let me get some advice here. Wow, the Nine of Swords. So you've been a little bit, perhaps, in a inward way, a little bit stressed, not seeing that rescue is there, that help is right there. You've been a little bit more restless than usual. I mean, I was up at 3 a.m. this morning, so you might have been having those early mornings. I just get this feeling that an old situation is closing rapidly, and this means that the circle of people that you might have had are changing as well. Life is changing. You know, everything is just happening quite quickly for you. So you're going to have to really, really remember that even if you can't see it, you always have support. And, you know, the energy of the Queen of Swords is with you, which is no nonsense. You might have to draw a clear line in the sand. The Queen of Swords gets a bad rap because she can be cold, but she's become that way because of all of the drama and the hurt in life. But she means business, so it doesn't matter if you're male or female when a Queen of Swords come up. It just means that you're focusing on the energy of what is the representation. And it's very straightforward. I'm hearing something about languages, data entry, some sort of side hustle. Yeah, you're just pulling yourself into a new vibration. And so there's lots of different opportunities that are coming up because of it. So for Gemini, you really have been through a lot. Okay, so just keep your cool, all right? And remember that you're always supported. You are never, ever alone. Keep listening to the positive mind. Just ignore that negative talk, okay? All right. Thank you, Gemini. Okay, Libra, this is BDevine from BDevine Online. I hope that you are awesome. We're getting a full moon in Sagittarius message, and we're just doing it really nice and gently today. And we're going to see what's coming up for you. I really advise you look at your rising sign as the most important sign as well. So here we go, Libra. What is going on for you? A new romantic cycle begins, bringing love into the situation, and meditate and contemplate. So Libra loves balance. Libra is the traditional ruler of the 7th house. Well, not ruler, but it usually sits there. 7th house is Libra. And Libra is about a balancing of relationships, long-term partnerships, how you see yourself in those partnerships as well. And the thing is, for Libra, they're not going to waste their time. They have a lot of time wasters, but they don't like to waste their time on someone who's not fully on board. So what's happening here is, for some of you, it is just what it is, a new romantic cycle, right? But I feel like you need to really pay attention to the meditate and contemplate, because everybody's always asking me about abilities and how come I've got them and they don't, and what the hell, I can't even believe the lack of faith that a lot of people have in themselves, and they had a much better or a much easier time than a lot of other people in their life. So when you meditate, that is the way in which you are able to really begin to expand. By pulling yourself, if you don't like to listen to someone guiding you through a meditation, your job will be to listen to 3 of your favorite songs, whether it is like country music, folk music, I don't care. 3 of your favorite songs. While you're listening to 3 of your favorite songs, you need to try to focus on one instrument. Hear the song, you know how the song goes. Focus on one instrument. If you like the drums, which who doesn't, focus only on every beat and sound and crash that the drum is making. Pull it out of the song. See if you start to hear that song differently. See if it feels different to you. And this will be your new practice of meditation. And before you know it, you've given yourself 15 minutes of really tuning in to your hearing, right? And really tuning into frequency. You haven't even realized it, and really getting upgrades. A lot of males that I've worked with in the past whose wives have said, oh, you've got to talk to BDevine, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And they've kind of pushed their husband on, which I do not recommend, by the way. You need to make sure that you want to do something and your partner has to come forward themselves. But when this has happened, they are kind of open to actually getting some kind of help. And if they've never done any meditation, this is the very first thing that I tell them to do. So perhaps that's a good tool for you. It will be a way of beginning to awaken more completely. But no one can make you open your abilities. You have to trust that they're already open and you're tuning into them in your own way. You cannot gauge what you're doing by what someone else does or how they do it, because a lot of people, unfortunately, who are making a killing at this work fake as anything anyway. So you've got to start to develop it in your own way. Okay, so it's going to be a time of listening, Libra. This is a full moon in Sagittarius reading, and this is the Mermaid Tarot, which I love. So what's coming to a close for you, Libra? The King of Cups has turned up. Yeah, you're not being so emotional about everything. Perhaps you're beginning to understand why things happen a little bit more. It's like the need to also put yourself last. You know, you're pushing yourself to the side a little bit. That is coming to an end when you're starting to embrace more about yourself on so many different levels. There is definitely a music connection. This is what's going to begin. An increase in your messages, or it can also talk about you being able to shift your awareness a little bit and allow something to come forward within you that you might not have expressed before or shown somebody. It's like there is a gift here that you need to open more fully. This will begin to happen naturally. Let go of this, Libra, of worrying over money. It's funny there, look, it's ready to take, but because this guy's sort of sitting there like lost in his own energy, he's not seeing this beautiful mermaid energy here with the coins. So if you keep looking away, you are going to miss the treasures that are available to you. If you keep looking outside of yourself, you will never be able to really unleash your full potentials. This whole comparing to others is a difficult process, even in the spiritual world. And, you know, on platforms, everybody's competing against each other all of the time. It's kind of sad, really. We're just letting go of this, and the next adventure will begin. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do is to see things from a completely different standpoint in your life, viewpoint, perspective. It's like there is also some kind of fear that you have bottled up within you, and you're going to figure this out, how to let it go more completely. The advice is the Queen of Cups. That's interesting. So you have what's coming to a close, and this is your sympathetic energy. And then what's the advice? You know, hold your cards close to your chest. Be, how do you explain it? Be more intuitive about your decisions, and don't be so passionate or hold on to things in your life that really have no value. You know, hold on to the important things, but really it might be time to also just declutter your space and remember who you are, and really begin to give yourself back what you give to everybody else. So new messages, new ways of seeing things, love, romance, you know, releasing of the old, is all happening for you, Libra. And you're going to find yourself having a different perspective. Maybe it's going to be forced upon you to have a different perspective, you know, because life is like that. It's also going to be very liberating. Underneath the deck, you have the rest card, card of rest, stillness. So it's not the time to make all of these sudden movements, okay? But to just be very, very gentle in your approach. The energy of abundance is with you. So embrace this in a different way. Don't forget your rising sign. Okay. Thanks, Libra. Okay. Moving on to earth signs. Earth signs. Capricorn. Thanks for being here. We have a full moon, obviously, and it's in Sagittarius. This is a flower moon. We're looking at things from a bigger perspective. And for Capricorn, that's kind of easy to do because you're all about the next thing. There could also be an energy here of shifting, of moving, of travel as well. But let's just get into this reading for, Capricorn. And welcome, my name is BDevine, of course. Check your rising sign, it's most important, as well as your moon sign. And also please check out my free courses. They are absolutely free, and you will learn a lot. If you're a healer or you want to be one, you could do that one. Or if you want to manifest abundance, you could do that one. Or if you want to understand more about your destiny code, you can do that one. I also have other types of courses available and different Reiki methods as well. But I highly recommend Light Leaders Academy Semester 1. And you can also work with me personally. So just wanted you to know that, Capricorn. Let's get started. So be bold and make the first move. The answers you need are coming. And meditate and contemplate. So for Capricorn, I don't think, I think this card is the most important card. I don't think that you're saying something that you really need to say. And I don't think that you're, I think you're getting a little bit caught up in details. So it's time to really make the first move for yourself. Say what you need to say, okay? don't put things off and then expect people to understand what you want them to do. Not everybody thinks like a Capricorn, where everything is go, 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 and, you know, is done well and is organized and is kind of like tough. There's a tough energy with Capricorn of achievement, but it's too much of a, it's too much of pressure on you. So start to say, you know, if you're having an issue with something, start to say that. Have, you know, an open mind. You don't have to do it all, and you don't have to be perfect. The answer is that you need a coming, and, you know, you need to go into your quiet time as well. But really make it a conscious effort that not everybody, and just understand that not everybody thinks the way that you do. You have a very rare energy, and therefore people aren't going to react if they don't know, because they don't think the way you do. So speak up about what it is that you're trying to convey. I'm just getting this feeling of you trying to make someone understand you, but they're not doing the right thing, or they're not understanding, or they keep on doing the same thing. So anyway, what is coming to a close for you? Just think there needs to be a relax. You don't have to get it all done in one day. What is coming to a close for Capricorn? Wow, this 10 of Cups energy. Yeah, see? So letting go of the things that were just keeping you apart or keeping you disconnected. So you're letting go of all of the things that were not bringing you together in this happy vibration, because of all of the distractions that were constantly around you. So it's coming, you're figuring this out anyway. It looks like you're coming to that thought process yourself, that something has to change here. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong or someone else is wrong. It just means that it needs to be explained. And then there's going to be more gathering, networking, connection. What will begin? What will begin? Wow. 8 of Swords. Okay, so you won't feel as frustrated. I'm just sort of getting that. It may tie you up a little bit, where, you know, you can't believe you have to be this basic with somebody, or that you even have to spell something out. It's like, I don't know, it's just like someone doesn't see what's around them. And then you feel like you're really annoying them by constantly asking them to wake up a little bit. I call it like, it's the energy of someone that's looking for something, right? And I'll say, you know, I've had 3 boys, and I've been the only girl in my own family for 30 some years. So they'll have a boy's look. I'll say, can you go and get da 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 from wherever, right? Oh, it's not, nah, can't find it. No, it's not there. I'm like, no, it's behind the whatever I'm telling him to get, right? Nah, look there. It's not there, Mum. I'm telling you. Oh, let me go see. Straight away, find the freaking thing. There it is. Look, God, was it that hard? You know, and I start going, like rubbing it in their face or whatever. Like, why couldn't you see this? Because they don't see past their nose, right? And that's the true thing. They don't have a real look. So there's that kind of energy going on with you, Capricorn, where you're like, God, it's, you know, it's right here. Why aren't you noticing what I'm trying to tell you? I'm here turning blue in the face. I'm exhausted. You don't even notice. You're not picking up what I'm laying down. It's because you're not saying it. You're just acting all these things out, hoping that they'll pick it up. But remember, not everybody thinks like you do. So it's just saying, you know, be a little bit more communicative, right? Let go of this. Oh, the Five of Swords upside down. They came out that way. So yeah, that's, you know, you are already letting go of that bit of battle. So you're recognizing what I'm saying. You know, it's what is worth it. Some battles, you know, what are you getting annoyed about, really? At the end of the day, I mean, when I was having kids, everything had to be really, really clean. And I prided myself on it. But I got to the point where I felt like, oh my God, someone could come over, especially if I don't have the house, you know, done. That's when I'm going to get a visit. And because my grandma always used to say, you're going to get caught. As soon as you don't have your hair done and your makeup done, you're going to get caught. And I'd be like, she was American, so I'd be like, you know, that rings in my bloody head where I can hear her saying you're going to get caught. And so I, you know, I'd be cleaning up like a maniac. But who came over? Nobody. And if someone came over and it was lived in, big deal. Why was it so embarrassing to me? So perhaps you're just looking at things in a different way, so that, you know, and you're letting go of the harshness towards yourself, and make your life a little bit easier. You know, nobody was going to say, oh my God, you should have seen Becky's house. You know, there was one thing out on the table. Like, you should have seen that fork. It was sticking right out. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody cared anyway. Their houses were worse. So it was like, I spent a lot of, what I'm saying is that I spent a lot of time over prepping. And that time could have been spent doing something else. So the next adventure. Three of Wands. So for Capricorn, you don't have to worry about money. You're always going to somehow get it. But it's talking about some other aspect of work. Perhaps there's something that's offered that is a little easier, something that is a little more gentle, something that might be home a little bit more as well, or something that other people can help you with, but definitely prosperity. But you also just need to take a break, stop bringing or doing work into the late hours. So, you know, I finished my jobs and my work and at my desk. So when I close my not my bedroom, but I close my office door, that's it. I don't want to answer my phone. I don't want to answer messages unless someone's overseas and they don't know what the time difference is or whatever. But it's like, no, you know, I can't do 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's already 7 days a week. So it's not, you know, when it's my private time, it's my private time as well. You've got to give that to yourself. Let's have a look at the advice. Seven of Cups. Just also be careful of seeing things in a certain way, Capricorn, and not being malleable to change. Some things have to change. So as soon as it does start to change, don't panic on how that's going to look for you and what's going to happen to you and how you're going to do it and when is it going to come in and, you know, what will happen because of it, and then this and then, oh gosh, it's so much for me. Stop it. Just say, okay, this is going to be simple. There's a reason this is happening. I'll always get it worked out. So I'm not going to panic about it. Relax. Right? There will be a lot of opportunity for change, but just relax. As it happens, enjoy it. All right, here's some advice. Yeah, be more in touch just with the intuitive side of yourself. The empathic side of you can get out of control. So make sure that you're not taking on all of these situations and all the energy of it and all the people involved and all the possible scenarios, you cannot micromanage your whole entire life all of the time, because you will just end up in absolute exhaustion if you're not there already. So all of this fuss and all of this self-reflection and beating yourself up or making yourself work hard or putting yourself through rigorous tests or whatever you're doing to yourself, how's that going for you? You know? Is it bringing you joy? Are you relaxed or are you uptight? Are you just going on a drive on a weekend because you feel like it, or did you have to have it on a schedule? Just notice these little things is all you're being asked. Be really gentle to yourself, okay? You're always going to achieve. So, you know, not everybody's going to be on that same page. So do you, but do it gently. Underneath the deck, too much responsibility on your shoulders, and then you're wondering why your body starts to play up. Take some time for yourself. Really start to dig deep, okay? Do the healing the healer. Have a look at how you see yourself. Have a look at where you're really going. Have a look what's working and what doesn't. And if it doesn't work, then so what? You'll find something else that will work properly. It's not a failure if something isn't working for you. It's an adjustment that needs to be made. Okay? All right. So thank you, Capricorn. I'm going to move into Taurus. All right, Taurus, this is BDevine. Thanks so much for being here. You will see free course links in the description, possibly in the comments as well. And I hope to see you at these free courses. So surrender to the divine and look at the bigger picture. We have a full moon in Sagittarius, and make sure you're also checking out your rising sign, or maybe you're here for your rising sign. If so, hello. But Taurus, this is going to affect you, this moon, okay? So let's see. First, we'll get some moon cards. Adjustments are required. This card keeps coming up today for just about everybody. So really make sure that you're taking time to slow down. Again, balance spirituality and practicality. So Taurus, all right. The focus here is something has been, for Taurus, something has been annoying you or bugging you or irritating you. I don't know if you've been doing your affirmations and your declarations. I don't know if you're protecting yourself, but even if you're doing the protection, you're letting something get under your skin a little bit. And I think that you might be barking up the wrong tree with it as well. So this is the message that I'm getting. I'm just putting it out there that there is something that has upset you, but you've got it wrong. It's not how you think it is. Something has sort of given you it's like there's some kind of worm, you know, and it's kind of like making you believe the worst about somebody, and it's kind of made you pull away. And you don't need to. It's really strange. So some adjustments are required here. Really ask yourself, you know, where did that idea come from? And why has it been allowed to be in your life for so long? Or whatever it is for you. Maybe you haven't been really focusing on yourself. Maybe you've been really extremely busy. And so then you start thinking that everyone's avoiding you. And maybe you're avoiding everybody else, right? So there's just some kind of misunderstanding going on with Taurus. And it's not what you think it is, okay? So what's coming to a close here? Something that you were working really hard on is finally finishing so that you can move on to the next project. And you will be quite successful with whatever that is. It's just been a lot of hard work recently for you. What is going to begin? A new way, a new talk, a new communication. See, that's key. If you've been feeling like something is not right between you and somebody else, then you need to say something. At least give the person a chance to clear up. Because as a Taurian, you might feel that you're always the one reaching out, or you're always the one doing, or that people are always going to take advantage of you somehow. But that is actually not always the case. So it's time to communicate, and you're going to have to be brave about it. But also you're laying down, as you can see, this sword is laying down. So you're laying down a pathway for change, and you're opening up a doorway of understanding, and it really needs to happen. I feel like someone's missing you, so you need to reach out if you feel like there's a problem with them, or if you think that something's happened between you and it's this person's missing you. So let go of this over-analyzing. You have a lot of wisdoms and strength here, and you have a lot of abilities, a lot of setting your mind on something and seeing it through. But also look at your rising sign, remember, Taurus, to give you an even better indication of yourself. But here it's showing, let go of spending all of your time on doing all of these extra things for people. And don't say that you want to if you don't. Yeah, because that can also be where misunderstandings come up as well. But you're letting all of this go. You're opening yourself up a little bit more to other types of things you can do. So what's the next adventure? The Ace of Wands. Well, that's exciting. You're going to have a new offer, a new contract, a big project that you might be working on here, or someone wants to collaborate with you a little bit, maybe interview. And your advice. Wow, you're going to be very happy with this. So I think also after you set that clear communication and you start talking more freely, that the Nine of Cups comes in where you feel like you've got wishes fulfilled. You know, the Ace here is pointing the way to this new beginning. I just feel like you're tying up loose ends. You're beginning some new projects, and you're having a different way of looking at a situation. It might have been bothering you for a while. Maybe it didn't need to be at all. I feel like you have a lot more that you can offer or that you're going to give. And I feel the recognition finally happening for you. So why not have more people on side that are there to support you? Underneath it, the deck, you have the Three of Swords. Yeah, see, so something has upset you, or you feel like you've lost somebody, or somebody wasn't what you thought or whatever, but it's actually really not like that completely. And this is for some of you. Not everybody's going to have the same story, but there could be things hitting you hard, especially with the energy at the moment. But you have a lot to look forward to. Adjustments, speaking out in a calm way, getting the other person's point of view. Maybe you're going to resolve something here that might have been on your mind for a time, and it's time that that's the case for you. And then a wish fulfillment. So this is beautiful, Taurus. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Virgo is next. Hi Virgo, this is BDevine from BDevine Online, of course. Thanks for being here. Now, please check this out if it's your sun sign, your moon, or your rising. And really make sure you listen to your rising sign, because to me, that's really who you are. It's more in alignment with your whole self. Okay, we're going to get some moon cards first. So this is for Virgo. The energy is gaining momentum. Adjustments are required, yes. Be bold and make the first move. So Virgo, it looks like you're at the beginning of a new chapter of your life, but there needs to be some things that you're relearning how to do, and it's a challenge right now, and you're getting used to some new things in your life, but you're also going to be shown a lot of healing in this process of being strong, of being brave, and doing or moving into a new cycle. So you are going to be shown how valuable this is for you, and you're going to be supported as you start to recognize the things that have been holding you back. So even though we have this closure of the full moon, there's also a lot of new beginnings for you. And you're going to be looking back at this time as a pivotal time in your life where things really changed, and you were stronger than you thought you were, and you were braver than you thought you were, which means it's going to give you new insight into your future and being able to grab a hold of things and do more than you thought you could. You were limiting yourself previously, and now something has forced you to ignite in a different way. So this is awesome. Also using the beautiful Mermaid Tarot. So let's do a full moon in Sagittarius reading. First, what is coming to a close for Virgo? The Wheel of Fortune. So something that you were destined to be doing, something that it's like you're steering a new ship right now. Let's just put it that way. And the old life has to stay behind you. And otherwise you're dipping down into low frequencies and up and down and up and down and up, right? And it's time for you to really grab a hold of the wheel of your life and start to turn it in the direction that you want to. The Wheel of Fortune is always a positive card. It's always abundant. and it's always going to pop up from time to time when there is a karmic chapter of your life beginning and something closing off. So the old is over. You need to understand that sometimes our dreams and goals come from endings. What's going to begin from this? Look at that. There's going to be new insight, abundance, children, people, friends, connections. The rainbow energy is here. So for what is going to begin, I feel like a lot of healing and a new lease on life. Some just exciting chapters, right? Continuing, and a closer connection if you wanted one, a closer connection to family or your kids or grandkids as well. What are you letting go of? Temperance. I feel like you're letting go of always being the one to fix everything. You're starting to ask for help when you need it, and it comes along really fast as well. But you're starting to ask for this help and being more in tune or more in balance with everything around you. So this is going to bring you quite a spiritual connection, and you're letting go of all of the unnecessary, I guess that's the word, unnecessary energy. The next adventure for you is, transformation. So you're looking at things, in a different way, and your life is transforming. It's like you have been forced into a position that you may not really want to be in, but there's comfort there as well. This is kind of interesting, this card. It's like the mermaids come and tend to the losses. So you need to understand that no matter what has happened, that you are being tended to, that you're being cared for and supported. But always make sure that you're being honest with your feelings as well. The next adventure is going to transform over time. What's the advice for you? Work your plan and plan your work, right? Bring yourself into alignment. Bring yourself into all of your power. You have everything that you need. So if you've been working on a business and it hasn't taken off, it may start to now, because you're on this turning cycle. If you've been waiting for people to contact you, they probably will now, right? Because this had to happen. You are on the right track now. Underneath the deck, you have the Hermit. And you may have to be doing it alone for a little minute, but that doesn't mean that you're not completely watched over. It means that as you would retreat in, that there is going to be more information that you're able to receive and then give out. So these times have to happen. These times have to happen. You're being really urged to go gently, gently, gently. Trust the money's coming in now. I'm deserving now. I'm ready now. Abundance flows to me now. I'm in that frequency of high fidelity now, right? And just let it go. Let go of all the whens. Just let it go of how. Just that it's now. Okay? Your business is going to do really well. So keep going. All right. Let's start with fire signs. So Aries. Hi Aries, this is BDevine from BDevine Online, and we have a full moon in Sagittarius. So wherever Sagittarius sits in your birth chart, it's a good idea to see what house that is and what that house means, to see how this full moon will also affect you. But I really want you to focus on your rising sign, sun sign and moon sign, but the rising sign the most, to give you the most out of your readings. Okay, we're going to do a couple of things here. I hope to see you in my free courses, and all the links will be in the description and comments. All right, what's coming to a close? Oh no. The closing energy is the full moon, right? So we're going to be doing a tarot reading using the mermaid cards. So yeah, what's coming to a close? And then what begins? All right. As you begin to shift, so this is for Aries, okay? So the energy of Aries is number 1. First sign, zodiac, and Aries is the leadership position. It is focused on the head. Excuse me. And if there's an Aries energy that was destined to be a leader, manager, sales manager, retail, giving guidance to others or whatever, it's Aries. The only thing is they get in their head too much, and the emotions can start to confuse them. So for Aries, it's time to settle down. Hold your vision. Show the world the real you, and stand in your true, authentic power a little more. Your true power is not complaining or boastful. It is just going more with the flow and understanding that you can lead with kindness, and not everybody is going to get you, and that's okay. Aries has a determination. It's very much kind of like, to me, kind of like a Capricorn energy, where once that determination begins, then there will be no turning back. It only grows from there. But your determination needs to keep going. Don't get yourself caught up with all this questioning. Like, you might always be questioning why all these things happen to you or whatever. Stop doing that, because it holds you back. One thing that I've noticed about being in a position of teaching is how many people will question every little thing and haven't got past the trust thing yet. And you really do need to get this trust thing down packed. Because if you haven't had a true guide or a true protector in your life, or you haven't had a good issue with your father, or you've had to reparent yourself, or you've been in PTSD or whatever, your mind is going to go to all these possibilities before it actually comes up with an answer. And it's time for you to really recognize what you're doing once and for all. Understand that you already have the answer. You don't need others to validate what it is for you so that you're not wrong. It's time for you to really leap into the next chapter of your life and leave any of those old thoughts or scared thoughts or traumatized thoughts behind you. What's coming to a close? We have the Wheel of Fortune. What will begin? Eight of Cups. Let go of this. Queen of Wands. Wow. The next adventure. Advice. Just doing it this way and underneath the deck. So you have strength. So you have the resilience that it takes to get through anything, right? So you've got to do it the easy way. So what's coming to a close? Again, a cycle. Look at that. It's a turning of a wheel. It's literally the wheel of life. The way forward is being given to you in little bits and pieces. You're picking up information from here and picking it up from there. You're gathering this and you're gathering that, and you're over here and you're over there, and you're watching this and you're watching that, and you're gathering and gathering and gathering. Don't always be a gatherer. Don't sit on the fence any longer because you just get a sore butt. Nothing ever happens. It's time for you as a leader to lead how you would want to be led, but also understand that there's a big responsibility in that, but it doesn't have to be overbearing or hard. But it must be based on trust. If you can do that, and you'll illuminate a new way, and you will illuminate a lot of money. It's right there. What will begin is just that, a focus in a different direction. You're going to let go of things that emotionally have been stunting your growth, have not allowed you to change. So there's no point saying that you've, like, say for example, this is what people do. Oh, I've dissolved all those cords. Oh, okay. So you really let that person go. Yeah, let that person go, but I really hope they're hurting right now. You see? They haven't let them go at all, or you won't be angry. You don't, it's like anger doesn't come into it because that's an emotion. So you can't be angry with someone and then say that you've let them go, because you haven't let them go. You care. You still care. But it's showing here that as you recognize what you're doing to yourself, you're able to just push it all away from you very easily. And that's what will begin a new journey. You're letting go of this, it's not letting go of a person per se, it's just the energy of someone who, how do I explain it? It's like I'm getting this message about this card. And I think that it has more to do with letting go of the things that are blocking you from all that you can be, and letting go of insecurities, and letting go of comparing, and letting go of the old energy of yourself, like once and for all, to step into this new beautiful vibration. The next adventure will have to be coming from a different direction than what you've been coming at things before. And it may feel like nothing's really taking place. And you also have to stop sacrificing yourself for everybody else's sake. No more. If someone were to come to you with the same problems that you've experienced in your life, you're going to have the absolute answer for everything. I say this to everybody and they all say, oh my God, I know. I have it. I have the answers. I just don't listen. And It's not that you don't want to listen, it's that you're afraid that what you're listening to isn't real. This is why you have to make sure that you're always, excuse me, in that place of receiving protection. Then, when you ask a question or you're trying to interpret your life, then you know you're getting clear advice. If there's something negative that's talking to you, that's not coming from your light team. It's not. So listen to what's entangling you, because the next adventure is beckoning. The advice is that there is going to be a circumstance around you that is not going to be to your liking. But you can't go back into the self-blame or continue to question how you could fix it, how you might fix it, how you should have fixed it. It's time for a new story for you. Change your story. I often say this with a lot of my clients, you know, that if there's absolutely no way that they can cognitively forget or let go or dissolve, I say, well, we're going to recreate the things that happened in your life and give you a new story, which means that your healing in the now begins to speed up. So if you were abused by your parents, well, that didn't happen because you were taken care of or somebody intervened. Or what if that happened? What if you were saved? What if you said no when you meant to say yes? How would your life have twisted and turned? Probably would still, you know, have lessons to learn. Just not those exact ones, because you've already learnt from those ones. So you don't want to keep repeating them in your future life in a different way. We want to put that to rest as a way of being able to navigate the future. And you need to really, really, really write down your goals, your dreams, your wishes, and ask yourself if your current way of thinking is getting you there. And have the strength to create a new story for yourself. Create a new story. And it's not that you're going up to people and saying, yeah, well, that never happened to me now, so you're off the hook. It's that you're creating this for yourself, for your own goals and your own dreams to become realized, and for healing to happen now. So it's time for you to do all of these things, Aries, and life will get a lot easier. Okay. Okay, moving on to Leo. All right, Leo. This is BDevine. BDevine Online. Thanks for being here for your sun, moon, or rising sign. Hope you will take part in my free courses or contact me for readings and healing and mentoring and all services, even a healing consultation, which we get to have a phone call, and then I can write for you a bit of a psychological, spiritual report, something that you can look at and start to work on. But anyway, there's plenty of things available. Let's get onto this full moon here in Sagittarius, a full moon in the fire sign Sagittarius, which could bring up a lot of emotion for you as well. Maybe you've just been going through that release process recently. But let's see what's coming up for Leo. Expect powerful change. Wow, we do want to hear this. A new start is coming. Oh God, I love it. Okay. Let's go. A time to give rather than take. So yeah, it's exactly what it says it is. You know, you're coming into a different way of doing things. You've already initiated a lot of this change in your life, right? You've already taken back a lot of your own power and brought yourself into a different alignment. So, for example, I'm a Leo sun. It's in my 2nd house. So I am focused on confidently moving through my goals and dreams and sharing them with you all. And whatever knowledge comes in, I have no choice but to share that also. So everything for me is expanding and growing and changing, and it always is, right? And so I'm rolling with the changes. And that's another little message for you as well, to begin to just analyze a little bit of what's coming in, take notes, write things down, but then roll with it. Don't question it as well. Give back to yourself, I feel, here, because Leo gets a bad rap, but they really are the most loyal, and they really do give a lot more than they ask for. The only thing that a Leo wants as out of a friendship is for loyalty back. And if you don't give it, you know, you don't get a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th chance. So understand that with this great change and this, you know, everything is happening all at once. Get yourself in a rhythm and a flow, and understand that you'll be able to deal with whatever comes up, but you're going to be dealing with it in a different way than you have in the past. So just have a little bit of a plan of action ready. It's almost like if you manifest your goals and your dreams, then what are you going to do? You need to think about that now. Okay, full moon Sagittarius. What's coming to a close for Leo? Okay, see the changes here? So the old is finishing off. The new pathway is much more lit. That doesn't sound... Okay, you're on a party or whatever, I don't care. But the new way forward is easier to navigate. Let's just put it, look how lit up the woods are. And the pathway is very easy to follow. Okay, so you're closing down those old chapters. Keep them shut. Okay. What will begin? Again, you Leos are just getting all the information coming. You're learning new skills, taking on new projects, hobbies. You're accepting your abilities. You're also, again, this light is right here. You can't help but be a way shower or confidence builder to others, you know. The way when I was much younger that I dealt with my own anxiety was being strong for others. Because if there was someone in a worse position for me, I'd be like, come on, we've got this. Come on, you know, we'll just do it together. Let's go. You know, who cares? I'd be so strong when it had to do with somebody else. But for myself, it was like, you know, nail biting, stressing, you know, pacing floors and stuff like that. But when I was working with others, that really helped me. And that's another reason why I'm here, is because all I want to do is help people who are in a place that they can't get out of, or want to know more about how to do it, or heal, or to change, or to shift. I'm like your cheerleader, the biggest cheerleader you're going to have if you put in the effort. But yeah, this new alignment is happening, and for you, Leo, you're going to have to get used to it. So let go of this. Let's see. Yeah, let go of that feeling that nothing ever happens for you. Nothing ever changes. It's all going to keep going. I'm just going to have to keep working. Well, this is saying get used to your wishes being fulfilled, right? It's going to begin. It has no choice. Powerful change is right here, and you've initiated it. Okay, what's the next adventure for Leo? Wow, You're going to be able to rest. Like you really are. There was something else that was coming out of this card though. Yeah. Okay. I'm just putting those two together. Like what's next for you? It's a different standpoint. It's a different view from here. Right? So everybody's going to start to really pay attention to you in a more determined way. For some of you who are starting a new project or a new job, or working for yourself, you have things set in motion now, or you have your boundaries set, right? So look at this. I don't think anybody's crossing over that energy. You're solid. You're firm. It's awesome. Okay? Also the energy I'm getting is communicating differently. So it's going to work. The advice for you is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords can be an interesting energy because they can say crap that they don't mean to say. And the advice is to less is more, is what I'm getting. So for example, don't give all your plans away. I'm not going to tell everybody every little thing that I have ready to go and things that I'm developing and all of that sort of stuff, because unfortunately people try to ruin it. And it's like you have to learn where to keep your mouth shut, keeping the secret in your life, right? So Scorpio in your chart is wherever house that is, that's where you keep your mouth shut, right? So, you know, my Scorpio's in my 5th house. So for me, I'll be keeping my mouth shut about my creative endeavors and my plans, right? About my hobbies and my friends and all that sort of stuff. Because otherwise people use things against you. So the advice here is to remain strong, to remain optimistic, to keep your mouth shut about your big plans or what you're doing or where you're going, and just do them. Don't say it, just do it. When you're done, announce it, right? Because there's just this vibration that you're more, like people can't get to you as easily. So keep that going. And underneath the deck, you have Temperance. So you will stay in balance. You will stay in acknowledgement, and the angels will be working with you on bringing new energy into your life. Something that you haven't heard before or haven't connected with as well. So wow, Leo, expect it. It's coming in. I hope this was helpful to you. Okay. Excuse me. Here we go. Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius. This is BDevine, BDevine Online. It is your moon. It is a full moon in Sagittarius, and we're being asked to look at the bigger picture and to surrender to the divine. All right. If you would like help or assistance, my website, BDevine Online, will be linked below. But also there's some free courses in the description, so make sure you take up on those. Take me up on those. Okay. What's going on for Sagittarius? This could be a fun time for you. Time for healing. Yes. A time to give rather than take. And confidence is key to success. All right, Sag. Make sure that you're checking your sun, moon, and rising. Rising being most important. There is an opportunity for Sagittarius to really start to contemplate life in a different way, and a time for healing. So do my Healing the Healer course. I believe that Sagittarius needs to look outside of themselves a little bit here. And understand that they have a lot more to offer this world than they really give themselves credit for. And traveling around and having fun and all the things that Sagittarius likes to do is also highlighted. But making sure that there is no doubt in your mind about a situation before you do it. There seems to be a connection with Sagittarius and feeling more complete around a lot of people. So one of the things for your Sagittarius is to learn to like your own company a little bit. This may be a time of deeper, real big changes for you. I'm using the Mermaid Tarot because I love it. And we're looking at what's coming to a close for Sagittarius. Seven of Pentacles. So this is overkill, worrying about things that you've already developed. So the seed has been planted. You're just waiting for it to burst through. So what's coming to a close is that unnecessary burden that you put upon yourself. And maybe you look a little bit too much at what you should be doing or what should have happened by now, instead of appreciating what is in the now. And what will begin from this? An opportunity for you to take a fresh path. Sometimes with Sagittarius, there is this energy of doing things too quickly and then regretting it. Jumping into something quick and then going, oh my God. Moving somewhere real quick and like, nah, not happy here. But being absolutely certain that that was going to be good. You kind of talk yourself into something, right? So I think that what Sagittarius is doing, and this is kind of what everybody is doing as well, is taking stock of life and having a fresh look at it lovingly, and have a look at your patterns and structures and break them down. You know, that's the only way forward. Sometimes is to look where you've been and why you were doing that, to recognize if you're still in those patterns or not. I mean, people who think that they're not in a pattern because this is a different person or this is a different job, but it's the same pattern. Come on. It's about being really honest with yourself as well. So let go of this. It says the Two of Cups. So it is talking about you liking to have, I mean, who doesn't, right? Like to have company, the right partner, whatever it is. But it's also about recognizing your own worth, and your own pathway is just as rich as well. You might also be letting go of a past relationship, which is going to really help you to free yourself up a little bit as well. And this might be someone that you had children with, just as a reference. The next adventure, Sagittarius. Ooh, we have the Tower. Yeah, something has to come crashing down here, or something is coming to an end. All right, let me just do this. Tell us more about the Tower, please. Sagittarius. Yeah. Something was not in balance. Something really did need adjusting here for you. I would say that it had to do with the relationship. So it wasn't in balance, and you need to understand why all happens, how it happens, so that you can move forward. The advice is here. So you deserve to be able to create. You deserve to have so much come in for you, because you are such a creative being. You are so connected. You have a great work ethic, and people respect you and your knowledge more than you realize. Excuse me. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Really balance yourself from the past history that you had, especially if it was a long-term relationship. You can't rush the ending. You can't rush the healing from that, or you'll regret it. The thing is like, as I was always told and I've studied about, it takes, if you're in a relationship for 10 years, say, it takes 5 years to fully heal from that person, depending on how you're doing it, right? And it could be a little faster than that, but 3 months or 2 months or 1 month or even 5 months is really not going to be enough to understand all of the triggers that you're going to have from that past situation. You're going to have triggers that come at you for a time. So you've had to let something go in your life. Maybe it was a job that you really loved as well. Whatever it was, you really loved it. Or them. And you have to understand that emotion and the next ones and the next ones. And you have to understand that you're not alone as you go through it. Underneath the deck, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So the assistance is there. You may not feel like it is, but the assistance is there waiting for you to turn around and look at it or accept it. And don't be in a rush to start a whole new chapter of your life all of the time, because of Sagittarian adventurism, right? Just be in a rush, if anything. Be in a rush to push forward towards your dreams and goals. Be more focused on you, and adjust that energy a little bit more away from the old or from the past, or for the thing that was just so, you know, when someone just leaves all of a sudden, or you've broken up all of a sudden, you go into absolute shock. You think that it's going to just heal itself in 2 or 3 months. You might feel I hope you're still here. Okay. They call me every day. I still never answer them. So, yeah, some big things coming in for you, Sagittarius, to require that you focus in a completely different way and genuinely allow some big healing to happen within you. And don't hold on to anything towards another person from your past either, because it only hurts you. It's never going to hurt them. So yeah, I often tell, especially ladies, when they have relationship problems or breakups or whatever, you know, holding on to anger is just you holding on to a big piece of lava and expecting the other person to get hurt. They don't care. They've told you that. They've shown you that. Let go, dissolve, resolve. Put yourself in a leadership position that you're supposed to be in, and understand that this person energetically, if you've had a nasty breakup, for example, this person energetically is doing you a favor. They are in your life as an agitator to help to shift your awareness, alignment, and focus. They don't know it at the time, they're just being a jerk to you. But energetically, you've probably had multiple past lives with this person, and you know, they are doing something for you that you may have done for them in the past by allowing that raw energy to come out of you, whether it's in tears or shouting or whatever. They're the only person that could bring you to that point of breaking point, right? For your heart space to crack and the angels to repair all those pieces so that you're even stronger. So don't let it be this whole self-pity, right? And, you know, feeling like, oh my God, why does this happen to me? That there must be something wrong with me and all that BS. But see it from that higher perspective of, okay, this person is really, really showing me. And I don't know why I asked for it, but I did. And now I can move on fearlessly, having learnt that lesson with love and not really harboring anything. And I know it's hard if they keep on pestering or whatever, but no contact, block, delete. And I know it's hard when you've got children, so you get someone to be an intermediary. You get someone to work with you. Just take your power back, okay? That's what you're being asked, Sagittarius. So I hope that that's helpful for you as well. All right, starting with, or finishing off with the water signs. Okay. All right. So we're doing Pisces first. Thank you. This is BDevine from BDevine Online. For all your spiritual needs, and crystals and gemstones and all that sort of stuff is still available too. But there's free items, free courses. Get started on the courses. All right, so surrender to the divine and look at the bigger picture. We have a lucky moon in Sagittarius, and it is ramping up things in our lives. So this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Make sure that you're looking at your rising sign. Most importantly, okay, that is really you. It is the very beginning of the first house. It is the beginnings of who you are. It is you as a personality. So check that out. All right, Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. These are all Pisces cards. Meditate and contemplate. Oh my God. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. All right. I want to just say for Pisces, right? I think that you have already undergone a lot of transformation. You're not the same person you were last year, a month ago, even a week ago. You're really doing an excellent job of stopping that pattern of self-sabotage, self-hate, and defeat. You are not questioning whether somebody is genuine anymore, as you might have done for a super long time. And the reason that you've done that is because you didn't want to be hurt. And trouble was that it was hurting others. So, and obviously you wouldn't mean to do that either. But Piscean energy is very, very determined and very, very empathic and psychic. Okay, it's one of the most psychic of all the signs. But it can also be used against you, because you may be picking up something that the person is carrying, not so much something that the person is. So it's like, if people aren't really clearing themselves and cleansing themselves and focusing on being a clear vessel, they could be picking up stuff from everywhere they go. So sometimes with the Pisces energy, you haven't also healed very well from your past because you're too forgiving or you're too blaming of the self. So you're expecting the same thing to happen at any time, at any place, through anyone. But I really feel like with the Piscean energy is that there's been a lot that's happened to you. My husband is Piscean sun sign, and he's really had some major realizations. I mean, it's easier for him because he lives with me. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to say stuff, you know. But he's really had to focus on a different way of looking at things or understanding his structures and patterns and changing them because he doesn't want his life to continue down an old pathway, but to bring it up into a new one. So you're really gaining a lot of ground here, Pisces, and you should be proud of yourself because it's not easy for you, but you're learning how to really recognize those signs or those triggers and not react as harshly, especially at yourself. All right, we're doing a full moon in Sagittarius read, and I'm using the Mermaid Tarot, which are my favorite cards here. So what's coming to a close, Pisces? Temperance. See? You're not giving as much to everybody else. You're putting yourself into check. And you're saying, no, sorry, not doing that. One thing that you might also do is to stop explaining yourself as well. So you're coming into equilibrium here. You're in a real balancing time. You're aware of when you're tipping one way or another, and you need to keep going. It's really going to be amazing. What's going to begin from this? The Five of Cups. Well, see, it's going to give you an opportunity to grieve properly because you haven't done that either because everything was about everything else. So it's okay to feel these emotions, and it's okay to feel sad about your losses. And you know, there's a vibe now where a lot of people are leaving this planet, and animals too, unfortunately. And we have to prepare ourselves for letting go, and for also, when that does happen, to allow those emotions to come out. One of the worst things that you can do is to suck it up, because, and I know that people may think that Pisceans cry all the time or whatever, but no, they tend to be more within. They may cry on the inside, but when it comes, it comes. But you're going to have to stop yourself from doing that whole thing where you think you're ugly or something when you cry, so you don't do it. Well, who's going to see you? Like, seriously. Who is going to see you? So it is time to begin to address those deeper wounds and know that you're supported as you do so. I don't think you're going to have a choice anyway. So let go of this. Always being strong in the face of adversity. Giving of yourself all of the time. Doing when you don't really want to do. And also not listening completely either. So maybe you're just hearing things in a certain way. You have to have your whole ears on. What the hell? You know what I'm talking about. Some people just listen to bits and pieces of a situation. They don't get the full picture. You need to stop distracting yourself. Let go of always taking care of everybody else's needs, which I kind of feel like you're doing. And you don't always have to ignore your inner feelings. And don't be afraid to say something to people who have done you wrong. Sometimes they don't even realize, you know. completely. So there will be opportunities for you to say something if you need to. What's the next adventure for you, Pisces? Wow, 4 of Wands. There's going to be some amazing, look at that full moon. There's going to be some real vibe here of getting something that you've always wanted, and, you know, holding on to that feeling of strength, and maybe, you know, you're having a kids come, or a homecoming of some kind, or a housewarming, or maybe you're just deciding to throw a party out of nowhere, or maybe you're contemplating things, or being really grateful for things and really feeling things because of how far you've come. Whatever it is, this is the number sequences card. It's the 1111 card. It's the card of the home and of miracles and beautiful changes. So this is the next adventure. Get used to things being a little easier, right? I know you're used to things being difficult, but you're going to have to also get used to things being easy. All right, so what's the advice? 7 of Pentacles. Have expectation of the best. Know that you're already qualified for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here. You already know what you're doing, right? You've been there, done that. So just expect the best for yourself. And know that this is also a card of miracles. And I've seen this is a card of signs from the divine. So you're being shown a lot of different things, okay? And pay attention. Just be grateful when you see stuff. Don't wonder what that means, other than you're on the right track. And you're definitely about to celebrate something after such a long time of waiting, and you know, feeling really good about the next chapter of your journey. So over the next 3 days or so, you should notice things begin to change, things begin to shift, things begin to suddenly arrive, emotions that will come to the surface, messages that will be given, a new way of looking at things and opening up yourself to things that you deserve. Things are about to get a lot better, and it won't slip back unless you let it as well. Interesting. Thanks, Pisces. All right. Okay. Okay, this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Pay attention to your rising sign if you haven't already. And if you don't know what that is, go to Astro Cafe, and it's a free natal chart, and you'll be able to figure it out. It's better if you know what time you're born, though. All right, Cancer, we have this full moon, and we are looking at the bigger picture. There is a lot of energy surrounding this time. There's a lot of renewal and like shedding of the old and beginning the new as well. So let's see what your moon cards say for Cancer. Emotions are running high. It's time to take action. And that is an Aryan card here. So confidence is your key. I think that there's a new job for Cancerians. There's something coming up here because the Aryan energy is this, okay, moving into a new role. It is the first sign of the zodiac, but it is something that is related to taking a bigger action in your life. Maybe you've been kind of forced to. Maybe there's been a situation that's come up for you that is overwhelming for Cancerians. But, you know, confidence is key. So you are, or you do like to talk about things that you've been able to achieve. So, you know, you have achieved a lot in your life and there's more to come. So you have to just be strong in who you are and move forward fearlessly. It's the only way. And you'll be able to navigate as though you've done it 1,000 times. So we're looking here for Cancerians of the full moon in Sagittarius and what's coming to a close right now for Cancerians. Oof, you have the Four of Swords. So you're in a position here where you need to really stop and slow down. And the Four of Swords gives us that break. You might be on a break, but you need it, and you need your mind to stop thinking and just allow yourself to have fun. There's people that are watching you as well, watching what you're doing and how you're reacting. So what is going to begin from this as well? The moon. So you've got a lot of emotions going on here. I mean, Cancerians usually do, but you've got something bothering you. Okay. So if this is in the position of what's going to begin, you're going to have to be very real and honest about your inner feelings and emotions. And you also need to be sure that they are your emotions. It really is how you feel. And also that there could be a person of significance, a mother or a female that is significant or an influence in your life that is going through something. So it may also be that you're called upon a little more emotionally to help others at this time. So you still got to give to yourself a little bit more. All right, so let go of this. Let go of the wheel. You're trying to control something in your life a little bit too much, or you're being too rigid about it. You are very good at organizing things and all of that sort of stuff, but not everybody or everything needs organizing. So let go of the wheel a little bit. Go with the flow a little more. You may be invited to something, for example, and you might be like, well, I haven't got that planned. Well, do it anyway. Some things need just to be going with the flow so that you can go into that next cycle of your life that you're looking for. What's going to be that next cycle? What's the next adventure? Ooh. You might have recently found yourself in a position that's hard to break free from. This is also showing me this with the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords. You're stuck in something. Now you need to give to yourself and you need to be aware of yourself, but you're stuck in something or you don't know how to get out of it. I'm actually going to throw a card on the Eight of Swords. What's this about? What is this Eight of Swords about? Ooh. Okay, you had some sort of bad news going on here. Someone is restrained, or someone is hospitalized maybe, or they can't get out of their situation and it's all coming down. A little bit. But the star's there, so things are going to turn around. I mean, that one flew out. But yeah, something you weren't expecting has occurred here. So what's the advice on this? There's the King of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. It's like you need to get information from a reliable source, and you need to know that everything will eventually work itself out. But there has been some kind of trouble here. Something has gone out of the blue. That's the feeling I'm getting, is like something out of nowhere. Actually, my friend in Australia, this just happened to him and his partner, where, you know, they were just traveling and doing their thing, and all of a sudden they were grabbed, and security grabbed them, and it was mistaken identity, but it was horrendous. So, you know, it's like that. It's like where you're just doing your thing and all of a sudden, boom, something happens, and or something that you were blinded to finally becomes more of a reality, and you're really starting to understand a healing process in a different way. But there's definitely you or someone that you're close to that has found themselves in trouble or found themselves stuck, even going to court or whatever, right? There's something going on, and although there will be a healing from it, still when it's happening, it's like yuck. So you've got to make sure you're keeping your emotions in check. And this is showing, you know, the way forward is beautiful anyway. But yeah, speak out when you need to, but remember, do it lovingly as well. Okay. All right, well, there you go, Cancer. Okay. So finally, we're doing Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. This is BDevine from BDevine Online. And this is for your sun, moon, or rising sign. Paying particular attention to rising signs, okay? So maybe you come back and check your rising sign as well. But anyway, we're going to see what's coming, and I hope to see you at my free courses. They're already available. They're all done online. You don't have to do anything but log in, and away you go. Okay, let's go here. Scorpio, communication is key. Show the world the real you, and you're very close to achieving your goal. So where is Scorpio on your chart, and what planets are sitting in Scorpio for you? So those are going to also be giving you vital clues as well. So Scorpio, again, every single sign that I have done today have gone through their own transformation. And yours is about how you're showing up, right? So how you're presenting, or what you are allowing to affect you, and how this is sort of changing the rules, I guess you could say, and the people in your life. So right now you're really close to things coming to closure in one way or another, but you should know that your communication has been really, really much better. Much better. You're focusing on the healing and the healer that you are. And you're not getting yourself, because the trouble with Scorpio is they get themselves enmeshed in other people's energy. Or they really want to know something, so they'll try to guess. And it can work really badly. But it seems like you're communicating differently, and you're opening up yourself like a new chapter has begun. I love it. So what's coming to a close for Scorpio? King of Cups is arriving. It's just what I said. Being too enmeshed in everybody else's life, or too giving, or too caring, or offering healing when you don't need to, or feeling like you said too much, so you stop talking, and just like all of these little things that you do that are in your mind as well. You need to use your mind more powerfully, more positively for yourself, which I feel like you're cottoning onto. So what's going to begin here? Wow, I keep on getting this Tower come up. There's been some kind of breakup or a break in that communication, as I said, a break in the story, a break in your life somehow. Now I'm just going to get an extra card on this. What is the Tower talking about? It's beginning. What's beginning here? Okay, that's okay. So the Two of Wands. So some sort of partnership of some kind broke apart so that a new one can begin here. But this also talks about work and opportunities for your creative flow. Being away, able to pull yourself away from the drama as well. So this is what you're letting go of. Wow. So you're letting go of a lack mentality and you're allowing yourself more abundance to flow through because you actually believe it's coming. This whole break apart thing has been necessary. And if it hasn't happened, it's happening very quickly. And it leads you to that abundant, joyful, more relaxed state. So the next adventure, wow, it's beautiful. So you have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Coins. The next adventure is so much happier, so much freer. A connection with the right people around you as well. A family feud kind of gets into some kind of healing vibration as well. It's also meeting new people and vibing in a different way. And getting the advice of things moving quite quickly. So once you start on this trajectory of change, which you've already done, you're going to see things ripple and change through your life a little more easily as well. The vibration of this Tower coming up is also an elimination of some deeper fears, and also something that was broken for a long time can also finally give way when the Tower comes out. So it was already in a process of great change, but as difficult as it is, it actually leads you into a better position. And you can see this light filling the energy as the reading moved on. So pay attention to your emotions and feelings and understand if you're going backwards a little bit too. And take that time for yourself to re-examine things through a loving and compassionate lens. And also know that you deserve this next part of your life to be a lot easier than the first part. And enjoy those times, you know, of connection, of deeper connection. And enjoy the abilities upgrade that you also get because you're willing to put in the work in a different way. So well done. Thank you so much for being here. If you like these readings, put a like on it and let me know. And I'm sending you many, many blessings. Lots of love, and bye for now.